the guy like the first episode, he gets someone pushed him on the track and he thinks he's about to die, and he went back into his childhood and like he's kind of like remembering stuff that like never happened, and like he was like, I thought it happened this way, but it wasn't. It was like really, it was like mad.
Wait,
weird.
so when he's about to die, does it like what shows?
Like it like like his life flashed before. That's the whole thing. Like it flashing before your eyes. Like what's gonna happen when like your life flashes before your eyes.
Damn.
And he went back to his childhood. And he's going living through his moments when he's like 12 again. He's like, I thought this happened and then this thing. It was like weird. So it kind of made me think about that. What he was saying. I don't know. It's pretty good.
Nah, that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
You think your life flashes before you die?
Welcome to Keeping It Real.
The Battle Puebla against France.
Puebla.
In 1862. So it's basically like Mexico's Independence Day.
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's not Mexico's Independence
I
Day.
thought it's like when's the Day of the Dead?
Dia de los Muertos is October, near Halloween.
Oh fuck! Oh shit! I'm way off. I thought this was the Day of the Dead.
Nah.
Shit.
Nah, yeah, that's not Halloween. That's when
They go like this?
Day of the Dead. I remember in every Spanish class in like October when they would
Oh,
come,
yeah,
do
all
like a
the
little
time. They
parade
fucking
or
push
like
that
a little
shit
party
heavy.
in Spanish class.
Mm-hmm.
Be mad good. Everyone brings food, but it's a little time to play.
Microwave taquitos.
Is this cultural appropriation?
Yeah.
What is that exactly?
Taking someone's culture and making fun of it.
Are we making fun of it?
I don't think
No.
we're making fun of it.
We're
I think we're
celebrating
embracing it.
Yeah, we're embracing it.
We're embracing
It's a good American.
the Pueblo's victory.
This is such a bad idea. I'm gonna get fucking screwed. He's so right. It's gonna come back. I'm gonna be like,
You go to
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a politician, so it doesn't matter.
I'm probably just gonna do this for the rest of my life, so
I'm gonna be homeless, so why does this matter?
I'm gonna probably go off the grid.
Dude, I can't wait. You're gonna be. I'm like, Dad, man, he forced me to do it. I said no.
You allergic to it?
cross.
Just like milk.
If I have straight milk or straight cheese, straight
Do you
ice
think
cream.
if you like slowly like eat it, do you think it'll get better?
I can have it sometimes, and if I wanted ice cream, I could eat it, but like it wouldn't fucking like do what it does to him. It would
Yeah,
just
my
annoy
shit
me.
goes nuts.
Your shit actually puts you in a fetal position.
Yes, it's like having a
Roll the
baby.
clip. Just him fucking screaming on the ground.
It'll be that funny.
It's bad.
Dude, we're sneaking so much shit into your fucking.
I'm not gonna take anything from you people.
Whenever you go home, we're gonna
literally
get.
taking unwrapped food from me this year,
When? Where?
like gummy bears, shit like that.
No, I don't.
We're gonna fuck you
It's
up.
gonna be funny as fuck.
New package.
Whenever you go home, we're gonna get a block of cheese and just rub it on your pillow.
I'll smell it. It smells funky.
Wait, what if fuck your skin up?
No, it's only when I eat it.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
like my stomach, yeah, it screws my stomach, my like juices down there inside me.
That's mad funny.
Yeah.
Do you think next year you'll drink and stuff?
No.
Ever?
Come on, man.
No.
What's the like?
21, you have to go out though.
What keeps you not wanting to do it?
It's just not something I feel like I need to do or want to do. Like I'm not curious or anything. I don't know.
I never did anything till senior.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know, but like before that, did you want to though? Like you were like, I'm probably going to.
Had no urge. I literally
Yeah,
thought I
same.
wasn't gonna do anything. And
Really?
then
I still have no urge.
What changed?
I just said kind of fuck it. Like high school ended because of like quarantine and shit or like COVID. I was like, I didn't really do anything. Like,
Yeah.
Why did I not experience that shit? And then I just like went out with my friends and then tried it.
Do you regret trying it?
Not really, because it doesn't really fuck me up that much. It's just like fun time.
Yeah.
And then it's just like memories and stuff. It's not really like screwing me over in the long run, you know?
Agreed. What about you? When did you start?
Like, probably freshman year, sophomore year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's.
Are you making your voice deeper?
I'm just talking.
If it's what the people around you do, then yeah, I'd like.
Yeah,
Definitely happens.
It's just the way you grow up.
I didn't do it till like junior year, but all my boys and stuff didn't do it till junior year. We started smoking weed mad young though.
Nah,
probably, like, end of sophomore year.
my friend group in high school, literally everyone did stuff. I just never did anything.
Yeah.
I didn't really fuck with it. I don't know.
Dude, it's crazy how like polar opposite my views went. It went from like you're a fucking loser if you do any of that stuff to like, oh, I'm about it. and then just like didn't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I went from like a complete like you're a fucking loser if you smoke weed, and then a complete pothead smoking it every day for so long.
No, I feel that. I literally would always just like, nah, like whenever my friends would do it. I think one time, New Year's, like junior year, I was at my friend's house and like they're all smoking and I was like, alright, fuck it, I'll try this, I guess. And then I go to hit it and like it wouldn't let me hit. Like I don't know, something in me kept stopping me from like breathing it in. Like I'll just go, like like I couldn't breathe and I was just like, alright, maybe next time or something like that. And then it was literally just like, in the next time, right before it gets to my turn again, when I was gonna try again, my friend threw up on me, and I'm like, nah, I think this is a sign for me not to do this shit.
Yeah.
He threw up on you?
He threw up on my shoes.
You still friends with him?
Yeah, but I don't really talk to him that much. It's not like he's not like a. I'm
Yeah,
like
I
friends.
get you, I get you.
It's just like a lot of kids in high school.
Yeah,
I
he
like.
fucking throws up on you. That's gross as fuck.
I just rubbed it in snow. It wasn't bad. It was like cold
Yeah,
out.
that's fair enough. Solid. Yeah, dude, I'm so excited for this shit to be over. This year kind of, like, it worked for what it was, but if we had to keep doing Zoom, bro, I don't know. I don't think I could do another year of it.
Wouldn't really have learned much. Like I feel like half this stuff is just
same.
me like
Bullshit.
memorizing or
Yeah.
like copying stuff down.
It just feels like an extended year of high school, honestly.
Yeah.
It hasn't been anything crazy.
I agree. And every time I would stress out about work and then I'd sit down to do it, I'd be like, oh, that took me 15 minutes. Like, why the fuck was I bugging about that?
Yeah.
But all my classes are in person next semester.
Same.
So,
Yeah.
I think everybody I've asked had said that too.
Yeah,
Is
I have-
there anything like online? I feel like there
Uh,
I've
was.
seen them in the
I have
options.
one online. I have my like career something class. It's like a 1 credit class that's just
Oh,
like,
that's pretty solid one to have online though.
yeah, it's like a meets once a week
Yeah.
for like an hour, 15 or
That's it.
something.
It's one of those 3-hour classes.
The
No.
it's like CAS or whatever. CAS.
But for business, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's SBS
That's lit.
or career start.
I like that class. I like having that online too because I was like, I'm kind of glad this isn't in person because it was like just enough to be a class online, but it would have been like not enough to be in person.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so scared to do an in-person presentation. I almost had to do one.
Bro, I've
and
been
I was
thinking about
freaking-
that.
I was literally freaking out. Like, with the day we were going to present in person, that we didn't get through the correct amount of presentation, so we didn't have to, and then we did it on Zoom, and I was so happy because my partner was like, we're going to stand in front of the board. And I was like, no, dude, let's just sit down and say it. She said we could sit down and say it. I was tweaking.
It's gonna be bad.
I feel like there'd be
And-
less in person, like less presentations and stuff when we're in person. There'd be more tests. Because the reason why there's so many presentations is because like that's a good way of judging you over Zoom as opposed to like
I
tests.
still feel like it's gonna be the
I still
same.
think,
Well, it's
Even
different
group work?
between like colleges.
dude,
though.
and for business,
that's
like
business,
I'm literally
you
gonna do
guys.
so many group works or
Yeah,
like
that's
so many
facts, dude.
presentations.
That's
it's gonna be
ass,
so like
yeah.
every single class I'm gonna have to like present something.
Yeah, that's so true.
I get mad nervous and I start fucking up like how I speak and it's so bad.
Dude, I literally, yeah. My voice started getting mad shaky, and I literally said the like complete opposite thing that I meant, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And then like just kept going because I was like, "I'm not gonna go back and re-explain it." But it's whatever. Win some, lose most. It happens.
Yeah.
But fucking, yeah. You think we'll go back to like paper?
No,
No.
definitely
My
not.
environmental science teacher was like, "I want to go back to paper," but she's like, "It just doesn't make sense. Like,
Yeah.
even in terms of just like waste, you know."
I think I have an accounting class. I feel like that would be in paper if anything.
Math, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like
I
writing
don't
stuff
know.
down on paper and like
I feel like it's so different now.
doing ledgers. I feel like doing ledgers on a computer is different.
What's a
I
ledger?
Yeah, what's that?
It's basically saying like your I don't know, I took it in high school, I forgot. I took it junior, but it was just like your credits and debits and all that stuff and just like going through all the
Like accounting shit.
yeah. It's just
Yeah,
like
you
going
line
through all
up
the
all your
expenses you got,
liabilities and
yeah, all that stuff. And then it's just like I feel like it'd be harder to visualize on a computer than it would on paper.
Yeah, I get you. Ryan, what's your major?
Radiation science.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that now. Someone else told me that they were that the other day.
it's like a weird major. But
You like it?
I haven't gotten
You-
radiation
yeah.
classes. It's like normal classes yet, so it sucks because you don't really know until like you get to
Yeah,
your like
yeah.
junior year. Then you're like, fuck, I really don't like this. Then you're like, what do I do? Yeah,
Shit. What is that? They do like X-rays and shit like that.
it's like cancer. Like I want to do more medical stuff, but you can go like other like there's radiation therapy major. I think some people are doing that. I know.
Get to give people ultrasounds on their balls.
Yeah. No.
How do you know you wanted to do that? The radiation therapy?
It's just like parents being in the medical field, it's kind of just forced on me.
Okay.
And then like I looked at the majors here, and like that looked like the most like I don't know, like I was interested in it. And then, and they have a graduate program too, the 2 years, so I'm trying to make it into that. And then hopefully build.
And play that extra year of soccer.
Yeah, because it's out 4 years. But also, I don't want to be here at the same time. Like, I eventually want to transfer, I feel like.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to live, I didn't like New York. Like, I like New York, but, like, I'm kind of done with it. So I came up here to see how it was, and I came up here and I like New York even better than I liked it.
Really?
Yeah, so it was kind of like, it was a weird, like...
What don't you like about Boston?
It's just outside of Boston, what else are you gonna like? There's nothing else out here.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't really explored it either.
Yeah.
And it's just like COVID.
It's also been fucking dead.
Yeah.
It's like this shit.
And even in Boston, it's like so quiet out and like it's nice though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, like there is only like maybe 10% of the amount of people who would normally be here. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe next semester changes my mind, but I don't know. I think I definitely.
Even this semester changed my mind. I'm not gonna lie. Last semester, dude, I was kind of like fuck school, like in general. Like I just wanted to not even go to school. But then I was like, is it school or is it COVID? And then this semester, being a little bit nicer out and like having a little bit more freedoms and shit like that, and like getting vaccinated and stuff, I realized like, nah, school's gonna be mad fun. You just gotta wait a little bit, you know. But shit.
I was saying, if I like it this much here in Boston, when it's like half closed and like COVID shit, everything's like, you know, restricted and stuff, like in the city, like around, and Suffolk, if I like it this much now, then just think about how much better I'll like it, and how much better it'll be for
What do you like
everyone
about it now?
next semester. Just being in the city, there's always like movement. I like movement, like stuff like that.
People get mugged.
Yeah.
Last night, that
That
was
was
crazy.
crazy.
Fucking nuts, bro.
We heard that from the 15th floor too. Like
Blood,
I was
My
Heard them
like,
scream.
windows are open.
oh my window wasn't, but I heard.
They
it.
heard from right here.
And then I checked the group chat right away, and I was like, oh shit! And I looked out my window and I saw it.
I just started recording
I
it.
started heading for the door, and then I was like, and then she stopped screaming. So then I went down. I went and looked back at the window, and she was just picking up her shit and running. I could not tell what was going on because those three guys just walked by them.
Yeah.
I was like,
I thought they knew each other or they were homeless or something, because that happens a lot right outside, like on the corner. But no, it was like because she went running and he like took the phone and like threw it in the street because I saw it. And I just started recording. I'm like and then he started punching her. I'm like, oh shit, because I couldn't see them at first. They were behind the tree.
Who'd you call?
I called 911.
Did you actually? What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she was
Why
getting
not?
mugged. Because
Yeah.
it was in the middle of her getting mugged when I
Why
called.
would you just call straight like Boston police?
That's
You don't even know. Like I don't know.
I did. I called 911 and they came up. It was goes.
How fast did they get there? Did you see?
It took about 60 seconds. Yeah. The guy was
Really?
already walked away because the cruiser went by while I was on the phone and I'm like, oh.
I saw the cruiser go by too.
Yeah,
I
it
was
did
like,
nothing.
What the fuck? I was like, does no one see this? I was like, am I dreaming? Like I deadass thought I was tripping because everybody else around it was acting normal. And I was like, that's why I checked the group chat because I was like, am I the only fucking one seeing this woman get her ass beat right now? Like, it was nuts.
No, once I heard the screaming, I knew he was gonna say something about it, so I checked it right away.
Yeah, I never even.
Dude, that's the
I was taking
second
a
mugging.
shower. I didn't even know anything was going on. And
No,
I
I'm
checked
used
the
to
group
hearing
chat.
screaming. People walk from Faneuil Hall and they're drunk.
I thought it was some drunk chick.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And we're like the worst part too, because we got the veterans right there. So like, if you're hearing screaming, you think it's like
Yeah.
some of them just like drunk or like on something.
But shit, bro. You saw something get marked the other day too. You were telling me at Citizens Bank.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. The other day
You
in
saw
like
it?
morning, yeah, I woke.
Oh, it was right there.
It got robbed. Yeah,
I
the one
looked
in the
out.
corner.
I looked out the window and there was just someone getting like pounded on, and then like 10 people run across the street and break it up and like throw the people off each other. It was like this guy was at the red light too. Like he stopped his car on a green. It was a green light. He stopped the car there, got out the car, and just like ran over there and like threw the guy off him.
Damn.
I was ready to open my window and start yelling, but like those three guys yelled at the guy and then
Dude, those three guys should have.
done something. Anything.
That shit was ridiculous. That's crazy. We all saw it though, and like we all knew.
I know we're all on that side of the building. It's kind of weird. You're the only one that's not on the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Rama.
Alright, bet 32.
Like, you just do, like, on that shit.
I have
And
like, a
we're
social
back.
in my head.
And
We're
We're back, and we're more racist than ever.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. We're not.
All right, new clap.
This isn't. We're embracing. We're embracing. You been doing Wim Hof?
I'm not.
You've been taking cold showers though.
Just cold showers.
Yeah, you've been
Since,
on that.
since
like,
March, have not taken a warm
Shit.
shower since then. Right?
You're the only motherfucker
Dude,
that ever listened to me.
Every time I went home too, didn't even take a hot shower.
Dude, you're
Took
the
a cold
only
shower on
fucking
that shit.
person I've told about that shit and like kept going with it. Damn, that's lit. You should do the Wim Hof too.
How's the breathing technique go for it?
I'll send you the link. I just use the YouTube video and I follow along with him. And you just breathe in and out. Like, do you ever hear me doing it?
No, I don't.
I heard you doing it once.
Because you went to drop off a calculator, but
Was it
usually-
breathing technique?
What?
Was it breathing technique or something?
Yeah, you breathe in and out like as hard as you can, like not as hard as you can, but you just like, yeah, a good breath. 30 times, like consecutively. Then you breathe all the way out. Then you hold it for 30 seconds. Then you breathe all the way in. Hold that for 15 seconds. And then you go back into 30 like repetitions. And then the next time you blow out, you should be able to hold it for like a minute. And then you do it again. And the next time you should be able to hold it for like a minute and a half.
How long do you think you can hold your breath for?
If I do that,
Or just like right now?
Right now, probably a minute.
I say 45 seconds.
I'd say.
You think you hold it for 45 seconds?
Yeah. I swim a lot. Well,
I've been smoking lately, so
that too.
I don't know how well I can hold my breath.
I have big lungs.
You hold it right now?
Oh, you're still going?
Just trying to get some minute. Still haven't breathed in yet. Good.
You got a minute?
Yeah.
Alright, I can probably do longer
I'd
than
pass
that.
out.
Nah, I cannot.
No, I think I could do like a good 2 minutes.
Damn.
I used to swim mad like when I was little. I used to go
Swim
like
mad.
back. I did like three like. I used to do like 3 back and forths underwater in the pool.
Damn.
Like a long ass pool.
Damn, he was really.
I used to let out all my
actually.
air except a little bit so I'd sink to the bottom and like prank my parents.
I would do Wim Hof
I'm
in
dead.
the pool and just sit on the bottom. They tell you not to do it though because you can pass out.
Yeah, it's like the pressure in your head, like you're.
Dude, fuck.
Dude, I swear to God, one time I was breathing underwater. I'm not even kidding. There was like one experience. Maybe it was a dream and I'm just thinking it was real life. But like,
I'd go with that.
but like, no, I swear.
Oh
I
my
swear,
God.
one time I was like underwater. Like, have you ever played Shark?
Yeah, sharks and minnows.
Yeah, like stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I was
yeah.
like underwater and I was just like going back and forth mad long and I was just chilling at the bottom of the pool and I didn't get tired at all. Like, and I felt like I was breathing and like it was the weirdest experience.
How much do you think it was a dream and how much do you think it was real
It's
life?
probably a dream. I think a lot of my childhood is just fake memories that.
I think majority of our life is just created memories. Cause dude, like our brains aren't that fucking. They're leaky, bro. They leave out details and like put in what you wanna have.
Because the one like I had a memory of Brazil and I was talking to my brother about it. It was just like. I don't even know. It was just like one of the memories I had of when I was in Brazil, and apparently that never even happened, and we never like went to that place. And it was just like my brother's like, I don't even know what you're talking about, and he was like old enough to remember stuff. So like,
No, that shit.
and I was just like, oh,
Memory is weird, bro.
I like mine.
What were you gonna say?
Nah, I was gonna like on some weird stuff. Like I just started watching this anime. It's called like Tokyo Revengers, and they go into like stuff like that. Like the guy like the first episode, he gets someone pushed him on the track, and he thinks he's about to die, and he went back into his childhood, and like he's kind of like remembering stuff that like never happened, and like he was like, I thought it happened this way, but it wasn't. It was like really, it was like mad.
Wait,
weird.
so when he's about to die, does it like what shows?
Like
up
it
in
like
real life?
flashed, like his life flashed before. That's the whole thing. Like it flashing before your eyes. Like what's gonna happen when like your life flashes before your eyes.
Damn.
And he went back to his childhood. And he's going living through his moments when he's like 12 again. He's like, I thought this happened, and then this thing. It was like weird. So it kind of made me think about that. What are you saying? I don't know. It's pretty good.
God, that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
You think your life flashes before you die?
I don't know.
I hate thinking about that.
Yeah,
I
that?
hate it.
I
It
like
fucks me up.
Really?
Just the concept of life.
Are you scared of it?
Dying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what like I'm not like terrified of like, oh, like I want to experience things, but I think the thing that makes me afraid of like looking down from tall places is that like I could fall and die right there.
Yeah.
Cause like I'm not afraid of being high up somewhere or like going any place tall, but like as soon as I look over the edge and I don't feel secure, that's when I like get panicked.
That makes sense.
I just hate not knowing. Like there could be nothing. Like literally, you just like I hate it.
What about you, Logan?
What? I don't like those questions. Shit like that. I filled out that survey they sent me like 3 a.m. last night. Like, you've been anonymously, randomly selected to fill out the survey. And it's like, did you do any like clubs? Were you like a leader with this, that? And it's like, rate how well you agree with these statements and the other. It was like mixed in with like, do you ever think about the meaning of life? And like, do you ever think about your life's purpose? I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, no, I don't think about that.
You
like,
don't?
no.
You don't think
I was
about
thinking
Meaning
about
of
life's
life?
purpose. I really think about that sometimes. Like, what's the meaning?
about
I'm here to make a
every
difference,
day,
yeah.
bro.
Like be a leader and stuff like that. But I'm not like, oh, I wonder, you know. Like I think about like my job, like where are my best used?
what
'Cause,
what your meaning is.
yeah, but not like why are we here on Earth? Like why why me?
You don't
Stuff
think
like
about
that.
that stuff at all?
I think
I can't. My brain doesn't.
the
I
stuff
don't-
I think about like the most would be like we're not here for forever. Like why not experience as much as you can while you're here? It's just like make the most out of it. I don't know. Like I want to. That's why I think I want to travel and just like see so many
yeah,
things.
facts.
Just because like comes to a point where I'm gonna be too old and like not to do like.
Think about
do
it.
that stuff.
Since the fact that there could be nothing else, this is all we truly know, and like to think that it's like like, I don't know, when people are negative on it and they're like, I hate life and shit like that, and it's like, then what do you like? What else? Like, what else
Yeah.
is there to look at? Like, this is really all we fucking have, you know? You gotta appreciate that shit. But,
That's true.
nah, I definitely think about that shit all day, nonstop.
I can't.
Never leave
I
it.
can't.
It used to be crippling, though.
Yeah.
When I was living, I had anxiety to the point where, like, if I had the thoughts, I'd start hitting my head because I didn't want to have them anymore. Because, like, in infinity and eternity and, like, space, that shit would all freak me the fuck out.
Even just life itself, like, we don't even know any, like, as of right now, we only know that life exists on this planet. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so weird that everything just matched up with, like...
Dude,
You guys-
there's definitely other things out there.
Yeah,
It has to be.
You guys sound like my dad. He says that shit all. He's into like sci-fi and shit like that, and like
Do you not think there's
But you don't think
nothing out
there's
there?
anybody else out there?
I'm sure there is, but I'm like, it's not something I like think about a lot.
I think we're gonna find out about aliens this year, and I think they've been guarding us. I think they've been protecting us from other.
at this
For
point,
real? I don't know.
it'd be hard for anyone to believe it because it's such like an outlandish
Honestly,
thing.
I
Still.
feel like if someone would come, like, we'd meet an alien species, they'd definitely take us over, like, immediately.
No
you would
way.
end, like, literally.
I think that there's aliens watching us right now, and they're guarding us and protecting us and watching us like grow.
What if
and
we're-
I think they.
What if
so,
we're those?
All right, so the first like alien sightings and like the things with Ronald Reagan and all that stuff happened after World War II, and people were thinking like, oh, like aliens noticed us when we started fucking around with nuclear weapons and shit like that. They're like, look at these monkeys blowing each other up, bro. Like this shit's crazy. So then they like started watching over us or whatever, and over the years, like I genuinely think like we've built a relationship with them, but we can't show, like the public can't know about it because of the hysteria it would cause. Like, dude, people would start killing themselves if that shit was real. People would just
It
start.
become a whole like race thing too. Like
Yeah.
you're like fucking a different species, so it'd be
Yeah.
like a whole like how it is with like race and stuff. You're like different, and people like they not like them. If
We
they,
gotta learn how to like
assimilated.
all agree that we're humans first, and then we can work towards being like, oh, okay, there's aliens here.
It's hard to assimilate how it is now with just all the different.
I don't know. But I
Demographics.
feel like we're at a standstill in society. I feel like what is now, like, I feel like there's nothing else. Like, what else are we gonna do? Like, when's the next new technology? Look at like the 80s, 70s and 80s, how far we come since then. But I feel like
Exponentially, bro. That shit
Yeah,
keeps
exponentially,
going.
yeah.
You
That
think
shit
so?
keeps-
It's true.
but I feel like look at the iPhones. They barely been changing.
Yeah, but that's just
But,
the
like,
That's
everything, but,
like a
like-
household product, bro. The shit that we don't see in like military and in government, those advances.
You see the thing on Barstool the other day? The military guy on the jetpack floating from the boat to boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's been out
And
there.
like
I meant,
quantum computers and shit like that,
That's-
like that's not public. Like think about it. When they were making computers, people were like, "Oh, these won't be in offices. These won't be in homes. They'll just be in
Same thing with
corporations."
TVs. Like who's gonna sit in front
Yeah,
of that
they're
every
like,
night?
who's
A
gonna-
president or somebody like that.
Dude, but the thing is too, they're not gonna release all the technology they have because they need to make money. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be all
I
on the
know
new
that.
thing.
And they have,
But
and,
still-
And keep a chokehold on it. You know, like
They probably
and
have
also
like
like whoever discovers it first needs to have that power over other countries and stuff.
I don't know. I feel like we might get hit a standstill,
Really.
especially with COVID and everything. Like,
I don't know.
I feel like
Humans-
COVID wouldn't
humans-
affect technology like that.
I don't
though.
think
nah,
human
look at the
nature will
PlayStation.
allow
They
us
can't
to-
make that shit because they're missing parts. The parts are not being made in time, so it's backing up. Like back.
same thing happened with refrigerators. Our refrigerator went. We had to buy one like off the showroom floor at Best Buy because like they couldn't make them. 'Cause
That's
China
what I mean. Like,
it
I
hit China
feel
before it
like
hit us. So all the parts that
it's
are made for the
definitely fucked.
refrigerators.
It's definitely really fucked.
Our
up.
neighbor, theirs died. We were gonna give it to them, but like they didn't. I don't know what happened, but they.
So are
couldn't-
you talking about the production of things or innovation?
Like just everything. I feel like it's gonna all back up. Like
If you can't produce, then how are you gonna innovate?
yeah.
I get
Basically,
that.
he summed it up perfectly.
I guess
I'm just stupid.
I summed it up for you. I don't believe
Yeah.
that, but I mean, I believe to
Yeah.
a degree. I agree to a degree, but that's
Yeah.
what you're saying.
I feel like the real like innovation doesn't happen at the commercial level though.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
yeah.
feel like it happens behind scenes and then they just give it.
Like
to
the whole
us.
Apple thing. You see the Apple thing on like on TikTok or on Inside or whatever. I saw it somewhere. It's like they spent like 20 years breeding the perfect apple, and they took like 10,000 seeds, and like these two seeds were like really good on the charts on the numbers, and like they took that and like genetically modified it and like bred it, and now we have the cosmic crisp apple. It's like a whole thing if you look it up. But that's like 20 years in the making.
I'll send you the link.
I'll send you the link. I'll put it in the chat.
Have you tried the apple?
No, I don't eat apples really, but I don't know if you can buy it now. But it's like a
Just
whole
don't eat
thing.
vegetables.
Yeah, I mean,
Strictly soda and chips.
Yeah.
Chipotle.
You guys think everything happens for a reason?
Yes.
See,
Wow, it's funny you said that.
I want to think that, but then there's shit that happens that makes you think, like, why would that happen? Like, a 2-year-old dying or, like, someone getting cancer. Like, what was the meaning of that? What was the point of that, though? Or I hate when people say, like, it was God's plan. Like, I feel like it's really, like, unsympathetic to the cause. Like fucking on TikTok, you'll see some shit like, oh, my mom has cancer and pay for treatment. It's like, this is God's plan. It's all going to work out.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. That's the only thing that really hurts, like fucks me up. With
I
that.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I honestly think everything happens for a reason, and like I don't necessarily believe in the idea of good or bad. I think shit just happens. You know what I'm
Really?
saying?
You think so?
And then I think like we as humans create the social construct of what it's going to be perceived as, and like I don't know. I think I don't know. I think death's a beautiful thing. Like I I watch a lot of like podcasts, and I've watched a lot of shit on it, like near death experience and stuff like that. And there's this one podcaster I watch. His name is Dr. Bush. His name is Matt Bush or Zach Bush, and he's like it's crazy. Like he's exactly like a huge field of all the things I want to do. He's big into sustainable agriculture and like regenerative soil and stuff like that, and that's where his studies are. But he used to be like the person who resuscitates people in a hospital, and he said like 5% of the time they would bring him back, but he said 100% of the time they brought him back, they'd go, "Why did you bring me back?" That'd be the first words they said, and then they would explain like all they felt was love, all they felt was like connection. They didn't feel like an ego. They said like some people would say like they didn't see anything, but they felt like every moment at once, and they didn't feel time anymore, and they like could feel like their loved ones around them without seeing them, like crazy shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And like
were they old people mostly that he was reviving, or it was like an ER, hospital ER, all types of people. Interesting.
And I was like, and I watched another near-death experience thing on Netflix that came out just the first episode, and like this woman in a kayak, like she went off a waterfall and was trapped underwater for 30 minutes and shit like that, and like she said she was looking down on her body and the whole situation and everybody panicking, and like then she was up and then like saw all her family members and then other family members she hadn't known, like great grandparents and shit like that. Like people who have always been watching her that she didn't know were watching her, and they told her that her son was gonna die at 22 or like something crazy, or she said like your son's gonna die young. And at like 22, 23, when she thought he was out of the woods of like being a kid and dying, he died in a skiing accident. And and like
at what age?
22.
But the crazy thing is, right before that happened, she told him that when she died, that like she knew that was gonna happen, and she never told him up until like that point, and then he died. Like some crazy shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot what show it was or what it was called, but there was a show on Netflix that was about this like doctor who like kidnapped people that had near-death experiences and did like studies on them and like locked them in their basement and stuff. I forgot what it was called, but he was trying to like unlock the different dimensions that people like go to during near-death experiences.
I think whatever it is so outside of our brains that we can't comprehend it. What our soul is and what is like it actually in space and what's actually after this life or whatever we're calling it, like we can't see it. We can't think about it because like we don't even have that like ability yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally think our bodies and our minds are anchors to this earth, and we're supposed to just enjoy it and fulfill our purpose here. And then whatever's after that will come. I also do think, though, you do manifest a little bit of your afterlife. Like, if you're going to believe in Christianity and you're going to do those practices and really, like, devote your whole life to, like, what's going to be after it, I think you're going to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, like, I devote my life to, like, hopefully meeting those, like, guardian angels someday and stuff like that and, like, going to those beautiful places. Exactly. You
believe in reincarnation, right? Didn't you? Weren't you saying that?
I think reincarnation. Because if you think about it, there's two basic principles of science, and that's conservation of mass and conservation of energy. Nothing's created nor destroyed. Why would our souls be different? Why would that change if that's literally the principles of nature? And I saw this thing in Aristotle's because I was reading it for philosophy the other day, and it was saying how like it's not God's plan, it's nature's principles. And like it's not like a path created by God, but principles by nature have like weaved this path. Like it's like there's certain checks and balances that happen naturally, and if you just sit and look around and watch, and that's what Aristotle basically was doing, because he didn't make up those ideas. He came to the conclusion of what he thought based off of just watching people. Basically his whole thing was, to have a happy life, you need to live virtuously, and virtuously means to know what to do at every point in time. And like to live in virtue, you have to find the golden mean between every behavior. So for example, courage, like to find the golden mean. Say we saw that woman getting robbed, right? Courageously, like courage in that situation. For you realize you couldn't go down there because you'd probably get your ass beat, but like that's a part of courage, is knowing when you wouldn't be helpful. You know what I'm saying? In that action. So you took a video and called. For me, I should have probably gotten down there. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I could have gone down there. I felt like I should have gone down there. To be honest though, when I was looking down, like I was literally thinking about Aristotle's and the golden mean as I was watching those three people just walk past them.
Yeah, I was fucked up.
I was like, that is literally like exactly what we talk about in class, is how like if you like a virtuous person always takes into account every like variable in a situation and picks the best outcome for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And like he just talks about how basically that will bring you happiness, like true happiness in life, and like you'll constantly be an improving person because you're always trying to search for the golden mean in every scenario, you know? And I can really get behind all of that. And that's just a principle of life though. And like I felt what like being virtuous is, you know? And like always knowing what to do. And like I feel very confident in all situations, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, going back to the resurrection thing, or like the all matter is like already constant, basically. Do you think, you know how like our population just keeps on increasing? Do you think it's just like as we break down more trees, as we like kill more animals, destroy more like climates and stuff, those are just like they're turning into humans instead of? Because that would like I feel like that would
make sense.
That would make sense.
It's the same shit.
So we're on like the reincarnation shit, and we're like, do you believe in ghosts then? Like, where that ghost at? Like, what's the deal with them then?
Like the elevator was popping off at 7.
I don't know if I believe in ghosts.
Really?
Because I believe in like guardian angels, and I believe in like signs, and I believe in them being able to leave messages for you. Like you hear angel numbers and stuff like that. Well, there's stuff like that's specific to me, that's outside of angel numbers, and like when I see it, I know I'm seeing it. And if I explained it to someone, they wouldn't get it because they're just not me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's a spirit interacting with our world, or I don't know. That's where I get stumped, because then I think like everything's already pre-written. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when I'm like, oh shit, everything does happen for a reason. Like I wouldn't have been walking here looking at that moment if I didn't do this, that, and the other thing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, like I don't know how I feel about ghosts, because I've never seen one. I don't know. I've never like had an experience of my own. I mean, you see television and shit, but like for me, seeing is believing. And like in my actual day-to-day life, I've never had an experience like that. What are you guys?
Have you ever seen something reincarnated though? Like, in terms of, you know what I mean? Applied to that.
I guess I haven't seen anything reincarnated, but the like conservation of energy and mass.
Right.
And I think we're all just energy. I think it's all just frequencies. I think we're all just like everything is just particles going at waves so fast that we can't tell that they're not solid things. Where this is basically like a TV projection of something else, and we think we have control of it. Our brain gives us the delusion that we have free will. Some shit like that.
Do you believe in ghosts, you guys?
I don't know.
No, fuck.
I definitely do get like a little tweaked if I'm like in the dark in the woods or something, and I hear something. I'm definitely got shit. But like, I don't know if there's actually gonna be a ghost or if I'm just in my own head. You know.
It's interesting though, because you still pick up vibes though. Like there's some nights in my room where I'm like, I feel like something's in my room.
That happened to me once, yeah. But I would never think ghost. I would think like it was somebody who has access, like can get in.
For me, like,
I know the door's locked and shut, but like an RA or something. I don't know.
Like in terms of sleep paralysis, what do you think like those figures are that like usually walk up to people?
Spirits. I don't know. I guess I do believe in ghosts. But like I don't believe that they can interact with us necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think they can open and close doors and like fuck around and shit like that. Like I think they just are visuals.
I think that was the like creepiest week I've ever had here. It was just like the like elevator kept stopping on my floor without me clicking anything. Like I would walk into the elevator, it'd already be clicked on 7, and it would be like no one in the elevator. It would just be like the most random stuff, and then it just kept stopping on my floor, and then I was taking a nap after a class one time, and like I got sleep paralysis. I never get sleep paralysis, and I just woke up, but I realized I was like in it, like because I woke up and I couldn't move. I'm like, oh, this is sleep paralysis, but I still like looked to the left and there was just a figure walking towards me. And I just couldn't do anything about it. But then like I didn't really sleep.
What was the figure? What did it look like?
It was just black, just like a dark figure, just like a tall, like masculine dark figure.
Was it scary?
It's kind of. I mean, like I definitely would have freaked out if I didn't like realize the situation I was in. I think it was.
How'd you realize it?
I don't know. I think I really don't know. I think it was just because I like couldn't move, and I'm like, all right, I'm not like this is my room. I was like kind of seeing myself in like a third person kind of view.
Holy shit!
It was like really weird because I like couldn't move, but like it wasn't like my eyes were here. It was like my eyes were like a little higher up, and I could see like
Some
my
third
body
eye
more.
type shit.
Yeah,
GTA.
and it was just like it was like. I don't know.
Nah, it's right though. That's a third person perspective.
That's the only video game I play. Yeah, third person.
And it was just like I couldn't move, and then like I like thought to myself, because like sometimes I could lucid dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like, that's when I realized I was in a dream. And I guess like then I realized I was like having sleep paralysis. So then like I didn't freak out, and then like I just went back to bed, and then I woke up like a second later. Like I just like snapped myself out of it. But then later the same day I took another nap, and I was having like a dream where like I was about to get in a car crash, and like I was in a situation where a car was literally about to hit me like head on. I was probably gonna die in my dream, and I woke up to the sound of like a car honking the horn as soon as I was about to get hit. So I like woke up like, oh shit, like, and I was just like, it was just a weird ass week, cause like a bunch of random stuff just kept happening.
Someone's trying to talk to you.
It was really weird, but I don't know.
How do you guys feel about dreams? I feel like they're mad weird. Like, you think they have like meanings? You think there's true meaning behind them?
Some of them are meetings, and then some of them I'm fucking like running around with the dude in a hot dog suit, like some stupid shit, and I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Some of mine are beautiful, bro. Like it's stories and like crazy like places like I've never seen before, and I'm like, okay, that was fucking special. And then sometimes I wake up and I was like, that was stupid.
I feel like the more stressed I am, the weirder dreams I have. Or
You never drink or anything, so you probably have fucking dreams every night.
I have dreams every night.
You do?
What do you mean?
Really?
You guys,
You
don't
guys
have,
not?
you guys don't have dreams sometimes?
If you
Sometimes I don't
if you smoke or drink, you don't have dreams.
Like you don't remember them, or you just don't like?
You don't have them because
The
you can't
fuck?
you can't enter REM sleep when you're under substances.
I dream every night.
I do now because
I
I
feel
worked
like-
on it, but back in the day when I'd smoke, I never dreamt.
I feel like I dream. Actually, that's a lie. I feel like whenever I'm like.
And is that why you're hungover? Part of it, like, 'cause you didn't get like sleep, like you didn't get that.
Yeah,
REM?
you don't get into REM sleep. That's why you're hungover.
That makes
That's
sense.
fucking.
I feel like. Yeah.
I've dreamt every night, even when I like take a nap or like have shitty sleep or sleep for like 3 hours. Like
You always dream.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
dude.
I think-
You're dimension hopping.
I think the thing.
Just-
I think the thing that made me like lucid dream a little bit more was whenever like I never had bad dreams. I've never had a bad dream in my life. Like whenever I realized I'm gonna have one, I would like picture random stuff in my mind just to, like to switch up the dream, and I think that's like how it all started.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like the most random stuff. Like this is gonna sound weird as fuck, but it was just like whenever I was gonna have a bad dream or I wasn't liking where the dream was going, I just think of like the most like
Yeah, no.
I would just think of like a leprechaun like sliding down a rainbow into a pot of gold. Just like something that just like
Yeah,
happy
get you out of
happy stuff. Or just like
I can't control my dreams like that.
I never have a bad dream either.
No, I get.
But I don't. But
sometimes.
the thing is, I've had dreams that I could see other people thinking were bad dreams, but I just kind of like keep my cool.
that's true.
Like
I had a dream the other night that I had like COVID, and they were like I don't even know. Like, I went to the hospital for something, and they're like, "Oh, you have COVID," and I was like, "No, I just had like a tickle in my throat because I coughed," and there was.
are your dreams
They're
like
taking me.
realistic, or are they like mystical type shit?
Oh, they're all real.
My dreams are really realistic.
I don't
feel
get-
like most of them are bad. Like there's always a bad. Like I told them about some dreams. I don't know if I can say it, but like.
Fuck it, we can cut it out if you want to, or you don't.
Alright, we'll cut it out.
Damn.
And like everyone hated me. Like it was in front of Marisa, and like it was like it was the end. And I was like spazzing out. I was tweaking about it.
Did you wake up the next morning and think it was real?
Like I didn't think, but I was like I woke up afterwards. And I was like, holy fuck! Like
And
Dude, I have dreams. I actually have dreams like that where something bad happens.
And
I
you wake up,
Oh, thank God that didn't actually fucking.
Yeah.
and you're like, "Wait, it was a dream." Yeah.
The other night I had a dream, dude. I have a lot of dreams about the ocean and like being in the ocean. The other dream,
The shark ones?
yeah, dude. I always try to swim with sharks, but I had a dream the other day. I was with my friend in like this makeshift fucking raft in the ocean, right? We're just chilling, and then a killer whale thing, like the fins coming straight at us, and like at first I was like, oh fuck, this thing's gonna fuck us up. But for some reason, like I thought it, but then for some reason neither of us panicked. and it put its head on the raft like a dog, and we were just like petting it like a dog. And then there was like a sea turtle and like sharks around us, and like it was the most beautiful shit I've ever seen ever, and there was no words to it. Like it was just animals like just chilling with us. Shit like that happens all the time. I'm like, all right, that meant something.
That's not for me.
It happens with the ocean a lot, especially with sharks. I think I was a shark in a past life.
I don't know. Mine are realistic, but
Mine are
like, I
real.
feel like it's always something. There's very few times I have like a good ass dream. Most of the time it's like something bad that happened that I have to wake up and I'm like, damn.
I write them down.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Yeah.
I have a journal, and I write everything I can
should do
remember
that.
down
That'd be
as
so
much as
cool.
possible. And then they really start. That's how you lucid dream. Because then when you could
I
recognize
know,
when
because
it's a dream.
I don't understand that. Like, I mean, I didn't really try, but I always would like to try that. Like, but it's
Write
like
down your
lucid
dreams. Write down your dreams every day. Talk about your dreams, and the more it's like a thing in your normal day, we neglect them. So that's why it's like a separate thing. But they can become like a part of your normal life. You know what I'm saying? Is if you're talking about them, you're writing them down, because then you're telling your subconscious they're important. And then it will start. And then in the middle of a dream, you'll be able to like. If you really want to get crazy with it, I've seen people like they'll go like this to see if they can put their hand through their other hand, like in real life, and be like, okay, I'm not dreaming. Okay, I'm not dreaming throughout the day. And then when they're sleeping, they'll check too. And like if they do, then they'll be like, oh fuck, I'm dreaming. And then they can lucid dream. Like I know people who can do that.
That's actually the best way to do it. Like find it out.
I've tried it. I don't know. And then I get like, I'm like, all right, what am I doing with my day? Because I'll be in like class a bit. But yeah, dreams. I think they're pretty important. I don't know exactly what they are, but I think there's something.
What about deja vu? Y'all ever get that?
I get that
Get
every
that
single day.
A lot. I think that's.
I've been getting it less, but it happened again last week, like a couple days ago. I'm like, oh
Really?
shit, deja vu. Because I haven't had it in a while. I didn't realize.
Not every single day. I lied about that, but like I get it a lot.
I get it a lot too. I think it
It's
means
hard to
that I'm
trust
on the
you
right
like
path.
I must be way off track then.
You don't get it?
Yeah, I don't really get it that often.
I don't get every single
Happen
day in
every once
college.
in like I'll be mostly in like a location I'm not like familiar with. Like first time like when I go on vacation, I'll be like, the fuck, or like I'll like double take somebody or be like, this looks like really familiar, like
Yeah.
or like you feel like you should be there at that moment.
No, there's 100% been like in college at least it's happened like 5 times
Really?
where like
Yeah, it's-
I'm having a conversation with someone and I
Yeah.
already know what they're gonna say next.
Yes. Or like,
Like,
it's
already-
where everyone's placed with their outfits and what they're saying. And
And
it's
like
I've
like,
had
you-
a
it was
moment
you
where
the
I
other
knew
day
what
saying
to
something.
say next for that
at
reason.
Target. It was you at Target when you and I were at Target and you said something and I was like, yo, this all just like happened before. Like I've seen it before.
I forgot about that.
Did it die? It was with you and Maika. It was like the same outfits and everything. I like recognized it. I'm like, yo, this is so weird. I've seen this before. Like whatever you said, you were like, we were just talking, like nothing, like whatever she asked you. And like the way you said, like literally how the dialogue happened, it was crazy. That shit treats me up, but I can't like obsess over it because like, it's unexplained. And, like it doesn't piss me off, but it just.
I think it just means you're on the right path. You've seen it before because you're supposed
Or
to.
how can you see it before? Like, is it just like a feeling that you've seen it before, or have you actually seen it before in your dream? That's what I don't understand.
A dream, a feeling. I don't know, but I've known exactly what to say for that reason, though. Yeah, dude, deja vu. I get it a lot. One time I was at a party, and there was two of my friends. Like two of my friends were like they were dating, and they were like upset with each other about something or something. And she was explaining the whole thing, and I remember being like, dude, I remember this exact moment. I've been here in this exact time, and I remember right when I realized that I've been here, I looked at the moon, and then I did the exact same thing in real life, full moon. And then I looked back down, and she finished her sentence, and I remember saying it, and then I go, and then I said this, and then said it out loud. And like, it was literally like it was pre-written.
Alright, then I don't think I've ever experienced deja vu.
And I was fucking tripping.
I actually don't think I've ever experienced
That was the
That was
craziest I've ever
yeah.
experienced.
Usually, I just see it and it looks so familiar. It's like I've seen this before. Like,
That happens a lot, but that was one.
That
That was
was
one
different.
time where I was like, "Whoa, that was something else, bro." That was when I was getting like all into this spiritual shit, like meditating every day. I went sober for like 3 months, like crazy shit. Yeah.
Did you like life better sober? Did you like it when doing stuff?
I didn't have I didn't have any spiritual aspect. So it's like I went from like all like this world, I guess I'll say, and like substances and like I don't know, comedy and like hanging out with people and stuff like that, and then it went to a long period of like understanding, like looking into myself and like seeing how I felt about things and like trying to find beliefs And then I found a lot of beliefs, and I talked to a lot of people about it, and discovered a lot of things about the universe. For myself, I don't necessarily know if someone else would feel the same way, but what I went through, that's what I felt. And then coming to college, it's kind of like put me in the middle. And now I have a balance of that world, and I have a balance of this world. And I'm most content right now.
Sure.
You know?
Good.
And I feel like my whole life, like, there's just this medium of, like, happiness. And this is literally why this is why I think it's crazy. Like, Aristotle's literally wrote about this, and I've had these thoughts before, like, reading his shit. Like, I always feel like I'm trying to get to the middle, and I just keep going back and forth, farther and farther, and as time goes on, I get closer, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And, like, now I finally feel like I'm just hovering over in between. And, like, I feel my greatest right now. That's the goal. The golden mean. That's what he calls that shit.
Like balance, meaning balance.
Yeah. It's the in between the two vices of extremes. The less and the excessive. Because, like, he talks about how, like, you're supposed to, not supposed to, but, like, I used to think there's things you shouldn't do, but now I think that everything you do should just be in moderation. You should do everything you want to do in this life, just do it moderately, and do it to what actually feels correct. You know what I'm saying?
I had that conversation the other day with somebody.
Not with me. You looked at me.
I looked at you.
Like, it's not with me.
Who was it? Somebody. I was saying, like, cause I don't know, like talking about like somebody and they fucked up. It's like how I think was it with you? Like about like moderation. Like, everything's good in moderation. Just know your limits. Like just it's everything's
in
good.
Everything though.
What?
Like with every.
With everything. Like
extent.
what you eat, what you do, what you consume, what you think, what you say. Like, everything's good in moderation. Like, it's not good to be too extreme one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's too much of anything. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. I swear I had this conversation with somebody, but
You probably did it. It's a common.
no, I
like,
did.
A lot of people talk about it all the time because everybody's trying to find it.
Chase that dragon.
I still can't believe we're all living together next year.
Oh yeah.
It's just gonna be lit.
Oh no.
You're dipping in 2 days.
I know. I leave, man. It's gonna be I'm kind of sad. Like, tomorrow's literally my last day.
Damn.
Like, tomorrow's my last
We're
day.
getting fucking teed
In
tomorrow
Court
night.
Street, in Boston.
What time do you have to dip tomorrow? Like 12, right? Is that what you mean?
What?
12?
When?
Or Friday, I mean?
I'm dipping earlier because it's like a final period. It's not really like a final.
I thought, didn't you say your dad was coming up at like 8?
Nah, he's coming up like right away once he wakes up because I told him. Because he's gonna see me then because he only sees me for a little bit that day. Because I have to go back, yeah. So whatever.
Sure. Tight schedule.
It's really tight.
That's how I used to
I
be.
can't believe it, man. It's just this semester. I always fucked up this semester anyway.
You missed a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's 2 months worth of it. So once I came back, it just flew by. Like, I felt like I've been here for like 3 weeks, but I've been here for like maybe like a month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it does not feel that long.
What
Like,
do
it feels like you just got your ears pierced. Like we literally, that was my first weekend back. We went to get your ears pierced, and I walked by myself to get Chipotle. Like, all that just seemed like it happened like literally last weekend, but it happened. It sucks.
I paid so much for no reason. I should
Should just had someone do it.
That was stupid. So
My shit was $3.99, boy.
I need to get new earrings. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Just need something else.
Daglies.
A couple.
Yeah, good thing. Get a couple.
Nah, you should get the black. I saw a guy rock. You know the hoops I have, the silver ones.
Yeah.
I saw a guy rocking the black ones. Those were kind of fucking sick.
Gotta look into it.
Just go to Patagonia and then pick some shit up. They got mad earrings for men.
Patagonia?
Patagonia, like the
Oh, fucking Pagoda.
pagoda. Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
Pagoda piercing. Yeah, I was like,
I was like, oh,
Like
they
the-
got
they got
sustainable
vests.
earrings.
Cotton.
Dude, I fuck with Patagonia. I would work there. If I could get a job there, I think I would.
Dude,
I want to get a job on like Newberry Street.
Those are North Face.
I wish, but
Dude, because Patagonia does a thing where it's like a paid 2-year leave where you go to like another country and just do like work.
nah. If I can
Where
work
you
for
just go and
anybody-
help other people like
That's
throughout the
fucking
world.
lit.
And I would like, that's what I want. Like, I would, like, if I could travel and then just like help people, I feel like.
college. That'd be
No, like I want to work for
fucking
National Geographic where they just travel the world, take pictures of stuff, like
That's fucking
everything.
sick.
I'd feel like that's easily the best job. I saw a thing you can actually go on the trips with them. And, like, I saw people like when they went to the Arctic, like Antarctica, like people were able to go. Like, you have to pay a shit ton of money, but they're able to go on the trip with them and stuff.
On LinkedIn, I signed up for like notifications anytime there's like a sustainable farming job opportunity. And there's this program in Chile that you can go and work on a progressing project for 2 weeks, and they give you all free housing and shit like that. And I might, like, me and my friend might actually do that. The only thing would be, like, the cost of plane tickets and stuff like that.
Which is probably cheap right now.
Dude, talking about sustainable farms, one of my friends forgot what they said. There's a hydroponics.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
Do you think that's like going to be the new way of
I
doing
think
stuff?
aqua farming is going to be probably the new way in big cities because you don't need any soil. You could just use water and just you put the
area
nutrients
it
in
takes
the
up
water.
is a lot less.
And it takes up a lot less. And you can
And
do
less-
it
less
with
weight,
vertical
too.
farming. The only
Vertical.
problem is if there's any diseases that penetrate the greenhouse, like
There's
you
a
have to
whole
be
thing.
very careful about it because all the water's connected. Everything would just be fucked up and it'd be a waste. So it's touch and go. I think there's gonna be a lot of cool things that come out of our generation and like this time of change in terms of like sustainable living. I think we're gonna start having these things called like living buildings and it's gonna be cool. They're already starting to be created. Like you put like gardens and flower beds on the top.
Korea or China? There was one there, I think.
I don't know exactly.
Somewhere in
We've
Asia,
looked
and
at a
it's got
couple.
like it's at like vertical gardens all over the side of
And
it.
they use like wetlands for sewage and like
Oh, really?
And literally there's so much you can do with insulation and just where your windows are in terms of heating and stuff that and cooling and I think that's something I might want to move
Engineering.
into is like the architectural aspect of things
Interesting.
because there's so much we could just change with our buildings that could help.
You guys all believe in climate change, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily like a belief thing anymore.
Alright,
It's like
no, there's definitely some people that don't believe it at all.
Yeah.
Those people are stupid.
Dude, I don't know. You're talking about the architecture stuff, and it just kind of, I don't know. My brain.
I thought you were gonna say you don't believe it, and I was like waiting. I was like,
No.
I was like,
My brain just went like a complete. I don't know why. Like I just had a weird like thought process in my mind. For some reason, I just like just connected a bunch of dots and went back to like the Library of Alexandria burning.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah,
wonder how
you told me about
society would have been now if that never happened. Cause
What was in there?
I think it was all the
something I
like,
don't know.
all the books and like information and like directions on how to do stuff back from like Egypt and
Like a
Crete. There's like they were the two most advanced civilizations back then,
Mesopotamia.
and there was a fire that they kept all their information or like stuff they needed
Like a
in
giant,
a giant
encyclopedia.
library, and it
Yeah.
caught on fire, burnt everything, and they lost all the like next generations just lost all the information they needed on how to do stuff.
The divine path.
And it was just like this. All right, I feel like I've talked about this like a good amount this semester for like no reason, but like that was just like the only thing I've watched on the History Channel when I was in quarantine. I was like watching a thing on like the lost city of Atlantis and like what it actually was, and it was just like it wasn't like called Atlantis. It was like the island of Crete, and like how it was just like an advanced civilization and how they like their architecture and stuff like that was just way ahead of their time. Like because they had like multi-story buildings, they had running sewage throughout the whole civilization, they had like their windows maximized sunlight, they had like earthquake proof and like whatever proof like structures, like they had like double layered walls and just had a bunch of crazy stuff like that was just like wouldn't happen in civilization for another 5,000 years. So like in that they were like the leading like civilization at that time, and they got wiped out by like an earthquake happened, then a tsunami, then a volcano, all just like happened at once and hit them all, and that's how they all died. And then the Alexandria burned down like a couple of like years after that, and that's how everything just disappeared.
Yeah. It makes sense.
I don't know. I feel like it would just be like crazy.
It's on purpose.
And it's so weird how like they knew all that back in the day without like very little like just everything, like how they built the pyramids and like the Sphinx and all that is just so weird. Like you think there's like secrets that lie, like you can't really explore. They don't really explore them.
I think that's why they got destroyed is because like they're not supposed to be known. Like I think climate change is so purposeful. Like, hear me out. My major is environmental science. Like I want to be part of the solution. Correct? I want to fix it, but everybody's saying how like horrible it is, which it is. It's causing a problem. But like with my beliefs, like I really do think everything happens for a reason, and there's something greater that comes out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like I think like there's so much CO2 in the atmosphere right now, but it increases the rate of photosynthesis at such like simultaneously. You know what I'm saying? And like there's the most like green wildlife being created right now. Like there's always a cause and effect, and like at surface value it seems like a negative thing, but like in the long term we see it as a problem. We're trying to fix it, and like once we're gonna fix it, I think it like it will have been a problem. It would have gotten to the point it got to for some reason. You know what I'm saying?
To push development.
To push
innovation.
something else. Like, I don't know. It's like right now, like the Earth's like a seed, like trying to bust through a seed. You know what I'm saying? Like busting through a flower busting through a seed is probably fucking painful as hell for a flower if you think about it. But then it comes out and it comes through the soil and it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? That's how I kind of see it. Like we're making one big
That
fucking
makes sense.
flower.
I don't know about all that, but yeah, I can see how you can think that.
I think we're straight. I think we're good. I'm very optimistic about our species.
You don't think, well, everything will blow up in 9 years or whatever it is, the ticker, 7 years, 9 years?
I think whatever's
Yeah,
gonna
that
happen.
was supposed to happen in 2012.
No, I mean like it's irreversible change.
Tipping point.
Point where you can't go, even if you like
Oh,
stopped
yeah,
everything,
I believe that.
like stopped everything, like all the CO2 emissions.
Why am I not familiar on this?
It's like a
Is it?
No, I think like you think there's gonna become a point where it's like irreversible.
There
like,
is
we
such
actually-
thing as
it's-
a tipping point, and if we
like
go over
9
10
years.
billion people, there's gonna be issues too. But the thing is, there's crazy. I'm telling you, there's checks and balances in nature we can't see. There was just a woman on Joe Rogan's podcast who's saying, plastic is affecting our fertility rates
Yeah, I
and our
saw that.
sexual reproduction. And then a study just came out. 2020 was the most the lowest fertility rate in the like. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't have us go over 10 billion. The universe is stopping us from having people. Like you know what I'm
COVID.
saying?
You don't think that's
COVID.
yeah.
Like I'm telling you, like there's checks and balances that happen that we don't have control of.
You think COVID was like pre-planned? You think like
Not
this
pre-planned.
was
I
set up?
don't think it's ever
Or
necessary.
you think it was really a big accident? Like you think it's like just out of nowhere?
pre-planned by who though?
Like not yeah, because like they have that Wuhan disease center right there and everything.
Yeah.
and it's a big population.
I
they-
think something might have gotten out. Yeah. But in terms of, are we
That's
talking like people planning this or like the universe?
Like you think like biological? You think it's some type of biological warfare, and like it just got way out of control. Like they were trying to fuck it. Like
there's like people that believe that like China like created this virus and spread it so because they knew it would like take out the most.
because now look at China. They're like everyone is owned by China.
Yeah.
Like all these big corporations, like all the Muslims in the concentration camps, no one knows about that because they're not going to speak about that because China owns them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, and we
Got,
owe
like,
so much. Like the
control.
U.S. himself owns so much money. To, like I'm not even on like some. conspiracy,
No,
like,
you're.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I talk about this with my friend all the time.
So I don't know. It's hard to believe that it just came out of nowhere, just from like.
People think that like China created it to like.
I would
Fix
go
the
like.
Do you
population
think they meant
issue.
to release it at the time they did, or were they going to do it at some point?
I honestly don't know even if they did it or not, but people think that it's
I
something
don't
that I think
believe
about
that like they
I don't know if I
released it, but
believe it.
it's hard for me to believe that it just came out of nowhere.
because they have
Like, it
a
had-
yeah. And
Those web markets are also fucking dirty.
they've also been
that's
around for
true.
how long? And I know it's
And also,
that's
SARS,
true, yeah,
SARS
they-
is not like a new thing.
yeah, and also it's every 100 years we have a disease like what was it?
Pandemic.
Oh, I saw
Pandemic.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
So it might be the
Every
way you
100
said, like
years.
checks and balances. There's always the universe comes back.
I don't think necessarily there's a like nature has a plan, and there's like a universal like. I say the divine path because I do think that way, but at the same time, I think it's not like a path that's always been there. It's a path that's like adapts with what's around it. You know what I'm saying? It's like water flowing down a river. It's always gonna find a way. Like if gravity's pulling it down, it's always gonna find a way, but it doesn't know which way it's gonna go initially. You
Right.
know?
Until it gets there.
I don't know. I think the universe is a beautiful place, and I think we do have to cherish it. You know, like
That's the only one we got right now.
it's all we got. It's all we know we're gonna have, and I don't know shit. Like you gotta have the bad to have the good, and like both are just like you watch people who are depressed and like I've seen this thing called The Last Shaman where this kid like. He was like, he's like, I'm not even sad anymore. He's like, I want to kill myself because I can't feel anything. He's like, I would rather feel sad because then I know I could feel happy. But he's like, I just feel nothing. And that makes me think a lot about like being a human. Like, even when I'm feeling down, like, I'm still glad I'm feeling down because I'm feeling something, you know?
Yeah.
The second you stop feeling anything, that would be scary to me.
It's true.
But, you guys want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, it's been.
Any last words for Cinco de Mayo?
Nothing we say here is gonna be good.
Yeah, nothing-
Yeah, nothing we say is gonna
Go
be good.
Puebla!
No.